So what we're gonna do today is I put together a little worksheet. Actually, it's a couple pages, so I'm just gonna go through it as much as I can, and I'm just gonna move the camera a bit. Just gonna go through it as much as I can in an hour. And then that's it, we're just gonna have fun. And by complete chance, they are doing construction work outside. So you're gonna hear a lot of rumbling and stuff. This never happens. They never are outside doing construction work. They literally dumped a ton of rocks and gravel like 10 minutes ago. And I went, uh-oh, the timing of this is, of course this happens. The one time they do construction is when we start a stream. So you're gonna hear a bit of, I'm gonna talk a bit louder, and I'll try to drum over the bobcat shoveling gravel outside. That's perfect timing. So that's it. Welcome to the Coordination Busters live stream. This is for Studio Drum Montreal. Drum Montreal, we're in Montreal. Some of our students are gonna be watching. If you've never come and hung out at our studio before, we're in Montreal, Canada. We have a whole bunch of amazing students. We have a whole bunch of amazing teachers. It's a great place to be. It's a great hangout. This is not a commercial for the studio, so I'm gonna stop and we're gonna start drumming. But that's what this is. This is a Studio Drum Montreal exclusive hangout for anyone who happened to see the live event. And we're gonna get started. So I have in front of me today, I have a cymbal, a snare drum, the hi-hat, and a little bass drum. Okay, so I have one drum or cymbal for each limb. What we're gonna work on today are called coordination busters, or what I like to call drum puzzles. So it's basically exercises that are gonna free up our coordination to allow us to play things that we wanna play more easily. So these aren't gonna be, you know, the beat to a favorite song. It's not gonna be a crazy fast drum lick or something like that. This is mostly working out the brain. It's something that, you know, drums is a physical thing. So we work a lot on like, let's play this rudiment faster or this thing faster or slower. We're talking about like tempos a lot and that kind of thing. But really, we can also work on our brain. So that's working, for me, I work a lot on coordination exercises. So I'm gonna run through as many as I can in an hour without overwhelming people. So we're gonna go at a medium tempo. First, I'm always gonna demonstrate on my knees and with my feet on the ground, so that if you don't have any drums or anything, if you only have your two hands in front of you, you can still try these exercises. So you don't need to have any sort of drum stuff in front of you. You can literally tap these exercises on your knees. Okay, so that's where I'm always gonna start the exercises. I'm gonna show it like this, you know, just tapping the ground on my knees. And then I'm gonna move to these drums. These are low volume cymbals and a mesh head snare. But the bass drum is a real bass drum. So I'm gonna try, I have to work on my control so I don't play the bass drum super loud and everything else quiet. I like to challenge myself. So that's it, let's get started. So there's a worksheet in the chat. If you click in the chat, there's a little, I just made a post about an hour ago with a worksheet. So click the link and then you're gonna have, it's 4 pages. So we're just gonna kind of work down it. So the first thing is the legend. So if you see that, oh, I didn't put which hand and foot it is, that's my bad. So the first X in the legend, the X that's at the top of the staff, that's gonna be our right hand. Okay, so whenever you see the X at the top of the staff, if you don't have drumsticks, you go like this. The next note, the first black dot, the quarter note, that's the snare drum, that's your left hand. So we have right hand and left hand, okay? And then the next two, the black dot at the bottom of the staff is your right foot, and the X at the bottom of the staff is your left foot. So with the feet, it's opposite of the hands, the notes, all right? But just remember, it's right hand, right foot, left foot, okay? That's how it goes. So there's some warm-up stuff at the beginning, and then we're gonna get into more challenging things. Hey, greetings, Mark and Matt, thank you for saying hello. If you guys have any questions or anything, feel free to ask questions. All right? So we're gonna start off really simple, just as a warm-up. And also I want, if people are watching and they don't do a lot of drumming, or they're just watching because they're interested, I also want to give things for people to leave with as well. If, you know, we're not just gonna go all crazy advanced from the beginning. At the end, it will be challenging though, I promise you that. All right, so the first one is just a little warm-up thing. It says 4 per limb. So that means we're just gonna do 4 taps on each of our limbs. So we do 4 right, 4 left, 4 right, 4 left, and we're gonna do that 4 times, okay? So I'm gonna do the first 2 times, I'm gonna do without sticks, and I'm just gonna tap on my legs, and then the next 2 I'll do with sticks. I'm gonna try to grab the sticks without losing the beat, all right? Here we go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do it a few more times. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Last time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, that's a little easy. 4 on a limb. Simple enough, right? Now we're gonna do 2 on a limb. So I'm just gonna play drums now from here, all right? For the next 2. So it's 2 per limb. It's the same thing. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. A couple more times. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Right, right, left, left, right, right, left, left. Right, right, left, left, right, right. 2 more times. Right, right, left, left, right, right, left, left. Right, right, left, left, right, right, left, left. There we go. That's doubles on each limb, all right? So we're getting smaller and smaller groups of notes. When it's easier to play many notes on one limb. So say if we did like 10 on our right hand, 10 on our left, we have a lot of time to think about it. But once we get down to smaller groupings, when we do doubles, now we're gonna do singles, you have to think more quickly. So it gets the brain working a little bit harder. All right? Again, if you have questions, I'll keep kind of checking in on the chat from time to time. I have the worksheet open, so it might take me a minute if you have a question or something like that. So the next one is alternating singles. So this is alternating. So we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right? Alternating our hands and our feet. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Keep going. Just kind of get in the zone. Without the sticks. That's how it sounds without the sticks. Let's do it 2 more times. 1. Last time. And then we'll go double time. Couple more times. Last time. go. That was fun. So that's singles. We did 4 sets of singles. We did 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the same with the feet. So again, if you're just joining the stream, welcome. These are coordination exercises. Hey Phil, hey man, I'm so happy you guys are here. This is fun. I used to do these like every day almost, the lunchtime jams. So it's been a little while. And yeah, so we're just gonna keep going. This is gonna go really fast. As usual, I made way too many exercises. Probably we'd be here for like 4 hours. So we're just gonna keep going. So we're gonna go to, you'll see on the next exercise, it's titled solo number 1. So this is the first time when the coordination won't be like really kind of natural and logical. I made it on purpose kind of more challenging. All right. So you'll see, remember the X at the top of the staff is right hand. And then the dot, the black dot at the bottom, the quarter note at the bottom is the right foot. So the first measure goes. So it's just your right side playing together, all right? And then the next measure, the quarter note moves from the right foot up to the snare drum. So it'd go. That's the first 2 measures. And then the next measure, we have right hand, right foot, right hand, left hand, right hand, right foot, right hand, left hand. So this is where things get a little bit more interesting. Let's do this. We're not going to play this. The solo is actually both lines. We're just going to play the first line, okay? So it would go like this. Right side first. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's the first one. So let's try that together. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let's try it again. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's loop it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, that's the first measure. This is the kind of stuff that we teach at the beginning often when people are just starting out, just to get basic coordination between the limbs. So drumming is essentially we're playing rhythm, but we're breaking up the different rhythms between our limbs. So that's the hardest part, is being able to keep consistent tempo or the speed of that we're playing at while changing limbs and keeping everything moving forward with a nice groove. So that's what we're practicing. We're practicing going like this and then like this, and then practicing moving between the limbs, that kind of thing. So we're just basically, I always think of it as there's like a little gnome in my brain with wires, and they're like reprogramming my brain. So that's what these exercises do. They just create more connections between our limbs so that when we go to play something like just like a regular beat, in a popular song or something, that we're more wired with the coordination stuff, so it's easier. Now, saying that, you should definitely spend a huge amount of time practicing your drum beats. So practicing the beats that are in whatever music you like or popular grooves and that kind of stuff. It's very important to practice that stuff. These are more like supplementary exercises that are just to improve our coordination. So these days when I practice, once I do my sort of warm up, I'll work on some hand rudiments. I'll work on, maybe some stuff for a gig, like work on the beats and stuff like that for some gigs I have coming up. If I have time left over at the end of my practice, these are the types of things that I'm working on. So at first I work on warming up my limbs, my hands and my feet, so that they can move in a way that has a nice groove and is musical. But as soon as I'm done with that stuff and I feel good about it, then I go into working out my brain. So I have stuff like this. I work out of some books, but mostly these days I create my own exercises. So I've definitely spent the time going through all of the fundamental books. So now it's sort of like I create things based off of whatever type of music. I joined a fusion band in the past year. So once I felt good about the songs that we play, I started creating coordination exercises around the music that we're playing. It's like kind of stuff like that. I don't know, I'm a big nerd, so I find that kind of stuff fun. All right, let's keep going. So this exercise has 2 lines, all right? So the next line, it's, remember the X at the top is the right hand, right? So it's the right hand, and then the bottom is the right foot. So that's right hand, right foot, and then just left hand. Right hand, right foot, left hand. Right hand, right foot, left hand. Right hand, right foot, left hand. And then right hand, right hand, right foot, right hand, left hand, right hand. That's actually, if you know, that's the money beat right there. So the second line goes like this. Try it again. Okay, so I don't know if that makes any sense. Again, if you have questions, I don't know who's in this chat. I just see there's some people, and it doesn't really tell me much. I don't know how to use this stuff. But it says there's half a dozen people. So you can say hi if you want. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask if you have any questions. I love questions because I just can rant about this stuff for days. So it can give me some, you know, I don't know if I'm being clear or not. I'm just looking at myself in a phone. It's kind of awkward. So, you know, if you have a question, just ask. All right, here we go. So we're going to play those 2 lines together now, okay? So those 2 lines make up solo number 1, all right? I'm going to go really slow the first time, and then I'm going to go double the speed the next time around, so a little bit faster, okay? So it'll be like, whoops. It'll be 1, 2, ready, go. Next line. Let's keep the same speed. Let's do it one more time. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and then we're gonna go double speed. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go again. One more time. Oops. I forgot the last part. There we go. So it's a little bit faster, more of a challenge. Hey Shay, welcome. Yes, I'm glad that you joined, and also I got your text. Is great. I'm gonna get back to you, and yeah, of course you're welcome to keep taking the classes and everything. I'm super happy that you're here. So we actually did some like warm-up stuff, and we're getting into the juicy stuff now. So if you have sticks or anything, or you can just kind of like tap right hand, left hand, and tap on the ground. This is a coordination busters workshop. So this, again, these are not popular drum beats. These are things to improve our coordination. I like to call them drum puzzles. They're like a puzzle. You got it. Some of these you got to kind of solve them. In fact, we're on page 2 now. Once we get to page 3, that's where we're really going to get our coordinations going to get all busted up. All right, so the next page is only the right side. All right, this is from our book 1. We have a curriculum at Studio Drum Montreal. So this is in book 1. These are just exercises to get our right side to communicate with each other, the hand and the foot. You know, so they're just some simple exercises. Well, they start simple. The little solo at the bottom is a nice challenge, but basically it's just to better coordinate our right side, so that when we start adding in the snare drum and playing all these cool rhythms and stuff, that we're like these two are locked in. You know, so that's what this is. Here we go. There's like all this construction outside today. Right, like 10 minutes before I started, they dumped a big pile of gravel, and now they have a bobcat, and they're coming back and forth. So it's the perfect timing for a live event when they're shoveling gravel outside our door. All right, so the first one is, we're on page 2 now. We're gonna do doubles. So the doubles are between the right hand and the right foot. So the first one is just, that's pretty easy, right? Let's just do that for a while. It's good to repeat things a lot when we practice, because that's what we do. That's part of our job, is playing very repetitive rhythm to kind of lay a foundation for the song. So even something like this, it's like people might think, oh, this is way too easy. Why would I take my time to do this? You know? But imagine that this was the groove in a song. This was the beat in a song. If you don't practice it, just because it's easy on paper, you're gonna have trouble playing this for like 3 or 4 minutes straight. You know? You might start like this, and then you might go, or you might speed up a lot, something like that. Sorry, you guys are probably following along. I was just giving an example. If we don't practice our rhythms and our coordination stuff, and in fact, a lot of times when we play gigs, I know we practice a lot of really crazy stuff sometimes, but usually we're just playing like real straight ahead kind of grooves. So this trains our limbs and our mind to be able to play in a very repetitive but consistent manner. So try not to speed up or slow down, playing the same dynamic. So if my ride cymbal's this, that it's not here, then the next time, you know, it's the same every time. It's a good challenge for me to talk and play this at the same time. So try to make it really nice and smooth. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice and consistent. Just picture your favorite band, and imagine you're on a big stage with that band, and this is what you're playing. So you just gotta nail that. You gotta nail that, or they're not gonna call you for the next gig. I would say your phone's gonna stop ringing. All right? So that was the first one, all right? So that's called doubles. Makes sense, 2 per limb. Next one's called a 3-in-1. So we got a 3 on the right hand and a 1 on the bass drum with the right foot. So it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Very straightforward. This stuff is all very straight ahead, okay? Yes, Mark, the video, the live stream stuff gets saved automatically on Facebook. So you can always come back to this our Facebook page and rewatch the video anytime. I think it stays forever. So yeah, it'll always be there. I'm just gonna leave it up on our page. Hey, You found at Renaissance some drumsticks. That's awesome. Hey, for $2.75, I'll buy them off you for $5, Matt. Or it's $5.50. You'll double your profit. All right. So let's do the 3-in-1. All right. 1, 2, 1. Oh, sorry. 1 and these are eighth notes, so I'll count them properly. I get lazy with the counting sometimes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and jingle bells, jingle bells. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and remember. This is really easy. But if you're auditioning for your favorite band and you're going to be playing on the big stages, easy doesn't cut it. You got to practice it. You got to lay down those nice grooves. If it doesn't move the people, it won't move your bank account. So just nice and consistent. I don't know if I'm in time or not. I'm not using a metronome. I do my best. I think my time is all right. That bass drum was too loud though. When I talk, it can be hard to talk and play real consistent. It's a good challenge for me. They say if you can talk while you're playing something, then you really know it. So if I was talking and I started jumping the rhythm and stuff, it would mean I have to practice it more. So later on with the crazy, on page 3, you're probably going to see me mess up while I'm trying to talk through some of that stuff. All right, next one. I like to put fun titles. So we got the right foot twister. Don't ask me why I call it that. No idea. There is a reason. If you check it out, you go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So it's on the beat, then it's off the beat. That's right. So it's sort of, I thought of it like a tongue twister or something. So I do know why I titled it that. Get some water. Hey, thanks, John. That's it, man. Exactly. That is the true test. If you can talk and play these exercises at the same time. Whenever I go to the comments, I see myself, but like 10 seconds behind. It's kind of weird. So I see how I sounded just before. Or I see because I can't hear it. It's kind of awkward. All right, so let's do the right foot twister. All right, so it goes 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Okay, so at the end you have the bass drum on the right foot on the last beat, but you also have it on the first beat. So and 1, you got to do the double. All right, so here 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 1, 2 and 4 and 1. So again, we're just going to play this for a while. Let's see if I can talk and play it at the same time. When I used to do these streams every day, I would do a half hour every day at lunch, like at noon. And I would basically pick pages from our books and I would just sight read them. I was messing things up all the time. I think it's good to watch people mess up. Like, because I'm a teacher, but I definitely make tons of mistakes all the time when I'm practicing, when I'm playing gigs. I just get really good at hiding them. So if I screw up something on the stage, I just am good at kind of like recovering. I might have, went to hit the crash with the left hand, but I started on the wrong hand, on the wrong beat. So then I come out of it, you know, I might be a 16th note late or early or something. But just because I practice a lot and I've kind of worked out all those different combinations, I can basically recover from those mistakes and then roll with them. And if I'm improvising, I'll actually make those mistakes part of my improvisation. So then, there are no mistakes. Let's go a little bit faster. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Remember, this is easy unless you're auditioning for your favorite band. I always imagine, I don't know, so I always imagine that I'm auditioning for Bjork's band. I really admire her as an artist. She's not my favorite artist, but I always think like, I think that would be one of the gigs I would just love to, you know, to do. At least try out for, audition for. And I think, you know, well, if I had to play this in Bjork's band, there's no messing around. Like, she's not going to accept anything other than exactly what she wants. So she wants a certain tempo, certain dynamics between the limbs. So if I just showed up and I was like, oh, this is easy, I'm just going to do the gig, I probably wouldn't get that gig. Hey, this is fun. I hope that you guys are having fun. Let's keep going. We're almost at the end of this page. Actually, here's what we're gonna do. We got 25 minutes. Okay, let's finish this page. The ones I really wanted to give you guys, because they're a real challenge, is on page 3, the drum puzzles. So these are things I really like to give to my more advanced students. Once they've kind of figured out like the basic foundation of different types of grooves, popular grooves, 8th note grooves, 16th note grooves, 12/8, maybe some maybe a little bit of jazz and some different types of world rhythm. Once they've got enough kind of a foundation and they can play with the music that they like, then we'll start doing drum puzzles. So that's when we really start working out the brain. And so that's on page 3. So we got 20 something minutes left. I just want to make sure I have time. Here's what we're going to do. We're not going to do the solo at the bottom of this page. We're just going to do right foot party. Again, my weird titles. And then we're going to do 4 on the floor, and then we're going to move on, okay? So right foot party is you're doing all the 8th notes on the bass drum, and you're doing quarter notes. You're going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and if you don't have drums, all right? Or if you have Renaissance drumsticks, Matt Keys, you can be tapping these on your legs or something. Hey, dude, take me up. If you can think about that, man, I'll buy them free at $5.50, man. You'll double your money, all right? All right. So right foot party. Here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. 2 and 3 and 4 and. Again, this is easy. Unless you're trying to get that bass drum perfect, consistent. It can be really easy to be all over the place with the dynamics. But trying to be really consistent with that bass drum, not messing up because I'm thinking about it too much. I used to practice my bass drum just like I would make up a little solo or like play along the music, and I would just do my bass drum. One of my early teachers, he made me do that. He just said, you know, the bass drum often gets kind of ignored, and we just think like, oh, it plays on the big beats, you know, in the popular songs and like the popular rhythms and stuff. We just play like on beat 1, beat 3, that kind of thing. But then if we don't work on the finesse of our bass drum, it can just be kind of a clunky limb. So I would just practice this like perfectly even with a metronome. Sometimes I would do it and read a book. So I just have a book, just reading it, and I go like, and try to make it perfectly consistent. You might even feel that your foot's burning after a while. All right, let's do 4 on the floor, and then we're gonna move into the juicy stuff, the drum puzzles. Yeah. Again, if you're just joining, greetings, welcome. This is a coordination workshop, so we're not really working on popular beats. We're working on coordination exercises to reprogram the brain. That's it. And that just makes everything else that we do, it makes it a little bit easier. Makes our limbs kind of, like I said earlier, I think of like a little gnome in my brain taking chords and replugging so that my brain has all these different connections. That's how I think of these types of exercises. All right, so 4 on the floor, we do 4 in unison. 1, 2, 3, 4, then 1 like that. Okay, 1 and 2 and 3 and go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Make those bass drums nice and even. Whatever dynamic you're doing, try to make them the same every time. So not like, and nothing like that. We want to come from a place of control, and then we can start messing around, play some bass drums quiet, some bass drum louder. So I can still talk. This might be the last page I can talk while I play. Let's go double time. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. Doubles. Oh, it disconnected. Are you still there? All right. It disconnected for a second. Hey, Stephanie. Hi to James. It's good. I hope you guys. I'll see you guys on Sunday. Yeah, drum puzzle. That's right, Phil. Here we go. Phil, you did the one that's at the end, the walk the dog thing. We did that, I know. So yeah, Phil knows what's coming. So drum puzzles are weird coordination exercises that are just meant to kind of reprogram our brain. There's a whole bunch of, this is just an introduction. There's a whole system that I use to practice these and that I also teach. But yeah, again, we only have like 18 minutes left, so we can't get in. This is like many classes worth of material in like an hour. And it's just for fun, you know? I just wanted to have something. We used to do this on a regular basis. So just wanted to get back on and say hi to everyone and give people a little bit of extra homework or things to practice other than with their classes. Or if you're on a break from lessons, you can get back to it a little bit. Or if you've never taken classes here, you can see me and the logo on the back wall and that kind of thing. So it's just to hang out and have fun. We used to have a drum hang every Tuesday night. That was a lot of fun. That was during the pandemic or just after. So I love hanging out and talking about drums. Whenever my, hey, cool, that's great. There you go. Whenever I'm at home and me and my partner will be hanging out, and then if I'm just staring off in the distance, she'll say drums, and I'll say yeah. So it's still just thinking about drumming all the time. All right, so drum puzzles. These are like kind of counterintuitive patterns between our hands and our feet. So basically with the first drum puzzle, it says hand doubles, foot singles. So doubles are 1, 2, 1, 2. Those are doubles. And then singles are just 1, 1, 1. I call that the elephant walk. So it's 1, 1, 1, 1. So we're gonna do that at the same time. We're gonna do the double and then single with our feet. Okay, so we'll go like this. Right, left, right? Because we're doing a double with our hand. So we go right with the right foot, right hand with the left foot, and then now I'm doing this so slow, I'm gonna screw it up. Then we do left hand with the right foot, and then left hand with the left foot. So we go. I love doing these in the group classes. Sometimes I'll just get like 6 people doing this all at once, and the looks on their faces is like, what is going on here? So remember, your feet are just going right, left, but then your hands are doing the doubles. So this is like, these days, when I practice, these kind of coordination things take up, like I said, I'll work on the music I'm playing for my gigs, and then I work on coordination exercises that are relevant to the music I'm practicing. So like I said, I've been playing in this fusion band recently. So basically I'll make up like weird coordination exercises, and I'll play them to the songs that I'm working on. And what that does is it trains my coordination while I'm also integrating the rhythm and everything into the music that I'm learning. I almost messed that up. I think I'm playing this and talking at the same time. That's pretty cool. So I don't have to review this one. As soon as I screw one of these up, that's where my homework is going to be afterwards. So again, you're just going like this, but then you're doing two rights, 2 left. I'll tell you really quick the history of why I do these. There's 2 reasons. One is there's this book by this German drummer named Marco Minnemann, and it's called Extreme Interdependence, and it's the most difficult book I have ever seen in drumming. It is so difficult. You would have to practice it for like 20 years straight. I don't even know how that guy wrote that book. And because, you know, he wrote it, he demonstrates a lot of the book on like a CD in the old school. So that book had stuff like this. So I think this one is probably in the book or something like this. So I used to practice these a lot when I was like, you know, early 20s. It's like 100 years ago. And then I kind of stopped. I went to music school, studied jazz, that kind of thing. But then I was watching this drummer by the name of Marcus Gilmore, this great New York City jazz drummer. I was watching this YouTube video. Marcus Gilmore was playing with the great Chick Corea. And the way he was playing, basically he was playing some kind of strange rhythm with his feet, and then he was improvising with his hands, but it was in a way I'd never seen before. And it brought me back to working on these exercises when I was younger, and I finally saw, because at the time when I was practicing these, I didn't really see the point. I was practicing them just because I wanted to improve my coordination, but I didn't understand the possible application of them. And then it wasn't until I saw Marcus Gilmore doing this, like, just crazy, he was playing some kind of Afro-Cuban 6/8 rhythm, and he was playing, I remember he was playing doubles with his feet. He was going, he was doing this, and then he was doing some crazy like double stuff like that, and he was just like the craziest, but it was so beautiful, it was so amazing, and it was so unique. And that was the moment when I realized, like, oh, I want to go back and revisit that stuff, and now I have kind of a direction to go with it. So that was probably like 6 or 7 years ago I watched that video, and it was just this one YouTube video, and it changed everything, the way that I practice, and everything changed after that. So I've been working for years on these sort of coordination things, and then sort of working to create musical expression with this 1 limb or 2 limbs at a time. but creating sort of what's called an ostinato pattern, so a repeated pattern with some of my limbs. In this case, it's just with my feet, and then improvising over the top of that with my hands. So that's something that you can, that's one way to apply this if you're playing improvised music. John, I hate this one. Yeah, I know exactly. Hey, if you're at home, you can curse while you do these. I'm on a live stream, so I don't know. I'll keep it PG. But yes, I know that when I was younger and learning these, there was probably 1 or 2 bad words shed, or thousands while I was trying to work on these. I even remember one time I threw my sticks. I just got so fed up with the exercises. So yeah, I know that's it. This is brain stuff. This isn't let's practice our double strokes faster. This is let's reprogram our brain so that we can drum differently. So drum puzzle number 2. Oh, we only have 10 minutes. So we're not even gonna get into page 4. That's cool, because page 4 would almost take an hour to figure out anyways. So we got 10 minutes left. So now we're on line 2. It says hand singles, foot doubles. So that means you're going to play singles with your hands, and then you're going to play doubles with your feet. Okay? So you're going to like this. Doubles with your foot, singles with your hands. So you're going to go right, left. That's the first part. And then the second part is, okay? I can just hear people going, what the heck? Feel free to use expletives while practicing these. I can talk while I do this one too. So we're doing doubles with our feet. Right, left. Oh, that's weird to say right, left, because it's with my hands too. So my hands are going right, left, and then my feet are going right, left. Let's just keep that going. Drum puzzles. I've been putting these all together. I have a whole bunch of them, and I've been putting them together in a book. So we have books for the studios, like the curriculum. Beginner book 1, intermediate book 2. We have the rudiment book, singles, doubles, paradiddles. We got some flam and drag stuff coming up soon. We're working on a groove book. But this is a different thing. These aren't like applicable. This is just programming the brain. It's like stuff you could do on the metro, like on the way to work. You're sitting on the metro and you just tap your limbs, you know? That's what I would do anyways. Actually, often I take the metro up to St. Michel to teach. When I go to teach James on Sundays, if I don't drive, but I take the transit, I'm definitely tapping out some weird rhythms like this. Okay, now I'm going to go just for fun. I'm going to try to double the speed. Oh, I just screwed it up. One more time, then I'm going to go double the speed. So my feet are doing right, left, right, left, left. And then my hands are going right, left, right. I don't know why, I just like doing this stuff. Once you get it, you can kind of like get in the zone with this stuff, you know? It's very challenging. I did a video one time, it's on our social media. It was like 2 years ago, but I put on the final countdown, and I did a whole bunch of these coordination exercises while it was going. So I was trying to show just like, you know, you can try to put it to any kind of music, and like, you don't have to practice it, you know, all dry with a metronome. You could like put on a song and practice this. If I had a speaker set up right now, I would totally put on a song and practice these. So do doubles, right, left, right. that's fun. Okay, and the last one. So this is a real challenging one. Thanks, Stephanie. This one's worse. Exactly. There you go, John. Yeah, this stuff is, that's it, is even for James, Stephanie, it'll be a real challenge. We haven't done this stuff. We're still working on like the foundational. James is one of my younger students, and yeah, he does really well. But this stuff is more later on, you know. Yeah, this is like really brain stuff. And usually kids don't. This is like adults really like these for some reason. It's hard for me to get kids to do this. They kind of want to, you know, they've got the energy and want to have fun and stuff. Oh, see you Sunday, James. Hey, man. James, my challenge for you is to play one of these for Sunday. How about the hand single, foot double or something? We'll try one of these out in the class on Sunday. All right, and the last one. This is one where I might screw up. This is like this one is challenging. So now we're gonna put doubles back with the hands like we did originally. And then we're gonna play paradiddles with the feet. Paradiddle, paradiddle. I'm totally gonna mess this up. I still practice coordination stuff all the time, but the thing is this kind of stuff I worked on like 20 years ago, and now I work on new things. So sometimes when I go to show these to my students, I mess them up, which is funny because I say they should practice them. Okay, so this is the paradiddle. I'm cheating a little bit. I'm getting into my paradiddle zone. Okay, and then the hands are going like this. Now we're gonna go half speed, okay? So we're gonna go. And my feet are going, I don't think I could say it. And then my hands going right, left, right. There we go. I guess I got it. I kind of messed it up at the beginning, but. I messed that up. Recovered. I'm all quiet because I'm in the zone. Let's see if I can talk now. Yeah, so I think I can do it. So we only have 2 minutes left. So I would like to thank everybody who joined. Again, this is a Studio Drum Montreal exclusive. My name is Brandon Goodwin. I'm the owner of Studio Drum Montreal. Studio Drum Montreal is a drum school in Montreal, Canada. We have over 200 active students from all ages. 2 years old, we teach little kids, and then we teach retirees. Everybody's welcome. I messed up. And I think we're at 11 or 12 teachers now. And we're just about to launch a virtual program. So we're going to start promoting the school. Not like worldwide, but basically we're going to offer video lessons to people who aren't in Montreal. Because we do get a lot of requests for that. Still messing up. So I just finished the webpage last night and started a Facebook ad that we probably won't see here in Montreal because it's for people not in the city. So in Quebec, across Canada, everywhere. So promoting the drum studio, but mostly promoting music education, which is extremely important. Music is such a huge part of our lives. It's important to keep live music and learning real musical instruments going. Now I'm going to try to double. Not gonna happen. All right, I'll end it there. So thank you everybody who stopped by. I really appreciate it. I hope I busted up your brain and your limbs a little bit. That was kind of the goal today, to teach kind of unconventional coordination exercises than just kind of learning like the popular beats and stuff, which is super fun. That's usually what we get to play when we play to a song or something. We're generally playing more of a smaller amount of beats. But again, these coordination things are meant just to reprogram our body, our limbs, so that they can kind of move in different ways, and that it just makes everything easier for us. All right. Thank you for coming. And yeah, this was a lot of fun. I really enjoy doing these things. It's a real challenge for me to talk and to drum at the same time. And I just love talking about drums. So yeah, I hope to see you next time.